Alright, back at Nashville Fairgrounds, but man, has it been a long time since we've ran the sprint car. I think the last time we ran this car was in the league for the 5 crown thing that we did. Yeah, it's going to be difficult just because this thing will jump out on you. 40 laps, I don't believe cautions count. So we got 22 cars. Only reason I'm here is because James said he was running. So that reminded me that this car actually exists on the game. I'm sure most people do not even know that. So we will give this a go, and hopefully I don't make a fool of myself. Biggest thing is just going to be get the qualifying in without a mistake, and then hopefully stay near the front, because things can get very sketchy mid-pack and back. So if we can go top 5, I was 5th in practice on speed, but that doesn't mean I can back it up in qual.
Car 1 just set the fastest lap, 16.2.
But yeah, this is like the Gen 4 on steroids. You have to be absolutely ready to jump off the throttle. The car is going to snap to the right. It will toss itself into the corner if you overdrive. Spin up the tires very easy. As fuel burns off, it gets even harder to get the power down. It is an awesome car, but because it is so hard to drive, no one races it. There's only 1 or 2 races a week by like the same 30 or 40 people through the season. And so iRacing never updates it. It's on a very old tire model, and has just not really had any updates to it for, I think, the last 8 or 9 years. So yeah, but P8 right now. Hopefully we can back that up and not make a mistake, because it looks like this may be a thinning field. Oh, what to do? Derek said 460 gear. I think we need to maybe put the tire pressures up for Q, but let's just go with what we know. Hopefully this isn't a Lime Rock in the IndyCar situation where James and I both do well and then die for no reason. Well, there was a reason, and that reason was we're bad, but let's
green flag,
get this thing up to speed. A tiny bit of heat in it. We're going to go around the top side as much as I can, keep it around the top side. A bit of a slide into the corner, but
1 more lap. 16.5.
I'm probably going to get way too loose mid-race off the corner. I put a lot more stagger in it, and fighting a tight situation that's probably just due to me not driving this car very often. So just gotta hope that I don't get too loose or too tight. Well, I don't know how the fuck I did that. Okay, well, we're in 3rd right now. That is a little too far forward, but we'll take it. We're waiting on 3 people here. One of them's not in here. Josh should beat us. That was a name that I didn't see had yet to go. And he does. He beats everybody. That puts us on the outside, which honestly I'm not too disappointed with. But into the 15s, Josh goes with the 15.995, the only one there. We're starting 4th with a 16.173. And, yep, just try not to make a fool of myself. We got 40 laps, so if it goes green, it's going to be really quick. This is one of my favorite cars, but it's just so difficult, and it's very hard to get a good clean race in officials, just because you rarely ever get a split.
We expect to be fighting for the podium. 5 cars left to grid.
Plus, you race the same people over and over and over. You essentially know where you're going to finish, and that gets kind of boring. That's what I enjoy about like the 87s or other series that race multiple times a week, is you see different people and you never really know what's going to happen.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
But this one probably going to finish 6th, maybe 7th. These cars are so old that they still have your license stripe
Make them last the rest of the race.
on the car.
On the outside this time. Closed. Pit road
That's
is
the
closed.
blue tape that you see on the fuel tank. And the blue tape that you see on the front end in the mirror. Because that used to be a thing, kind of like rookie tape in NASCAR. And then they took that away because people were complaining once we could paint our cars that it was taking up space. But since this thing hasn't had an update since forever, probably 2016 I think is what we figured out.
1 lap to green.
It's had a few tiny updates like the damage model so that the wheels can fall off, because they had to get everything on the same damage model. But yeah, so you get very old iRacing things that people don't really know about anymore, like the license tape. Hopefully we can finish this one, have a good clean 40 lap race.
Post car is off, time to do your job.
Getting the power down is scary at the start.
Green, green, green.
And clearly I was too scared.
Inside.
I just started cutting down. Didn't mean to. I knew that there was someone down there, but this thing's rotating very well right now.
Clear inside.
We got 1 lap in.
21.0.
Get a little bit lower now and hopefully not rotate too much off the corner. About to have 3 wide for the lead ahead of us. So yeah, I didn't even look to see if there was a Nashville set. I just had a Bristol set already loaded, and I was like, yeah, that's close enough. But I added a bunch of stagger to it. Looks like TJ is going to be quicker than us. He's getting off the corners much stronger now that his tires have come up to town. And if we didn't start out with low enough pressures, we're going to get slow.
16.334.
And we got a caution.
Flag is out. Line up, single file.
That saves us for a little bit.
Right now.
But I can feel the pressure coming. Looking like it's going to be a 6th place. And we have got a bunch of dead cars. Looks like everyone from 7th on back died. And I believe, oh my god. Okay, a lot of people are trapped behind the pace car, it looks like. Looks like James is dead. but hard to tell because there's a bunch of cars up ahead as well. Nope, he's still rolling. Okay.
Catch 1 car.
Well, that may have eliminated half the field. And, yeah, I think 6th place is where we're going to finish. Just because I know Jim is very, very quick. And TJ is looking like he has got way better traction. So it should be single file restarts. Caution laps are not counting. That way we don't eat up a bunch of laps here.
Pit road is closed.
It's one of the unique systems used on pavement. I don't think any other well, maybe Advanced Legends still use it, but it's nice because you can do these shorter races, and it's a real quick race if it's clean, and you don't lose laps if there's a bunch of wrecks, because a 40-lap race with a bunch of yellows pretty much just eliminates half the race. So you get your full 40 laps, even though every yellow you lose 1 lap due to
1 lap to green.
it not restarting on the previous lap. It moves to the next lap, but that's better than how it used to be, where we would just lose half the race to caution laps.
About to go green, stay focused.
Alright, let's see if I can start a little better here.
The pace car is in.
Got a little more heat in the tires this time.
Green, green, green.
Yeah, it's still sketchy. You don't want to just slam on throttle, otherwise it'll hook right like you're on 2 tires in the Gen 4. Yeah, TJ's so much quicker center. Just gonna let him go.
16.
No need to fight it. We'll try to hang on to the back of them. They're just way quicker right now. And if I'm trying to go as fast as them,
Clear.
it is not going to work out. So we'll see if we can learn anything from back here.
17.004. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 16.171. .447.
So, not too tight. It's not snapping loose yet. Hopefully,
16.411.
our balance will continue to be pretty neutral and I can fight back, but just don't quite have the speed. It could be the gear, since
16.3.
sounds like almost everyone's at a 460, but yeah, we're clawing back a little bit here. Lap traffic is always interesting in these.
16.364 outside.
Hook the yellow line and stay far, far away. Okay. Feels like we're kind of coming back. TJ's kind of falling off. He lets Jim go.
16.16.
Stay high here. Hopefully that doesn't open the door. Oh, Jim gets loose.
Inside 16.657. Still there. You're in 5th. Inside. Clear inside.
Trying to make the pass, but too much throttle. Spin the tires up out of the corner.
Clear inside.
Alright, so Jim very loose, down low off the corner when he's got to pinch the exit.
The yellow flag is out.
And we get to keep the spot.
Single file. Pit road is closed. Catch up 2.
Somehow we got to keep the spot. Did not think we were going to get to keep that,
Catch
but
up
we had
1,
crossed the line. Back into 4th is the 4 car. I wasn't going to go for that outside
Catch
move,
up 1,
obviously, but once he got loose off the corner, it kind of put us there, and then it seemed like he kept having a bit of a struggle, so
now open.
hopefully I'm not super slow on the restart, and that's just going to be a theme where I'm struggling to get going, and that takes 5 laps until I'm as quick as them. But now that we know that for a moment we're quicker, we'll try to hang on to the 4th spot. 15 laps in now. God, this car is so much fun. I wish that iRacing would do something to try to promote this, to get more people driving it, to start awarding prizes, make it $10 if you own, like if you run 8 weeks in this series. That way it's just, that's the series that you can run to get your full amount. There's a lot of ways that they could help this car. Kind of like they did with the Lotus 49,
Right now.
although the Lotus 49 still struggles. But there's a lot of things they could do, and sadly, we're lucky to even have it and not have them delete it. I had to beg Steve Myers back in the day to bring this thing, because this was on the initial render of all the cars they were going to have in iRacing, and then it didn't come for like 3 or 4 years. Then they got it, and then they said, way to go, no one bought this, why'd we make it? But it's so much fun. And I think if they got a winged version, it would be very popular, more popular than this car. I'm not saying get rid of this car and replace it with a wing version, but if there was a wing version, I think you would get a lot of people running that, kind of like you have a lot more people running the winged sprint on dirt than you have with the non-wing.
Post car is off, time to do your job.
This thing is just rewarding to drive and race.
Green.
Because when you get into a difficult race, you gotta find that edge of pushing it too far and going fast enough. But yeah, a tire model that can handle the power would be nice. For the longest time, the Lotus 49 and this car were kind of on the same tire model version, just because the newer tire model couldn't handle the power to weight ratio. Then they finally figured it out for the 49, and I was like, oh, awesome. You know, we're gonna finally get an update to this tire. Nothing. So we'll see. Maybe one day, but very doubtful. I think the demand is just not there, sadly. But oh my god, it's so much fun to drive and race.
Slow car down low. 16.443.
Alright, halfway done. Car's still feeling fairly balanced, amazingly. Good job, Bristol set. I'd made some changes, loosened it up, but
Line up, single file. Pit road.
I loosened it up, and then I added 50 pounds to the left rear spring, and then also kind of lowered the bump, and then upped the rebound just to help it drive off the left rear a little better. But we're at halfway now, so always going to be a lot of cautions when you have this many people. even with a bigger track like this. Thought that guy was going to hit the pit wall. It seemed like he went late. It will be nice once they get a, they are working on rules to shorten up the amount of pace laps you get at each yellow for series that don't have tire changes. So that will be good once they get that done. James is on pit road. He may be just topping off, or he may have been the yellow. Sometimes it's quicker to put fuel in and get a little more weight on that rear axle to get the power down, but we're really not burning a whole lot of fuel, so. And is that what he's doing?
Closed. Pit road is closed.
Is he back out on track? He is back out on track in 9th. Well, was in 9th. Now he is in 14th. So yeah, just the first 3 laps, it seems like Jim's just a little quicker than us. And then we kind of pull away a bit, so hopefully we can get these final 19 laps green. Not have to do too many of these restarts, because it's wanted to jump straight to the wall midway through the straight trying to get the power down, but if you go too slow, then the guy behind you, if he's pressing down on the throttle a little harder, he's going to get a better start. So and you don't want to get too close to the wall, because if it does snap a little bit to the right, you don't want to instantly be in the wall. So
Get ready.
you got to leave the outside open a little bit if you don't have the confidence.
Post car is off. Time to do your job.
But we'll just try to watch the leader.
Green, green, green.
Got a good start that time. Started rolling
Slow car down.
right
low.
on
Go
time.
high.
Oh, big hop over the hump. Someone just had a moment. Looks like TJ. Loose, down low off the corner. Oh, boy. I just had to hold it straight and let Jim go where he wanted to, but he just lifted off and stayed behind us. Okay. We're losing the grip off the corner now. Holy fuck, we're losing the grip everywhere. I'm gonna run a little bit higher. We're gonna 10% throttle. I don't know if that's what we're, looks like half throttle is what I was doing there. Felt like 10%. And it looks like maybe the 11 car, nope, he didn't pit for fuel. He's just going quick, so.
16.512.
We gotta pull it together. Get no grip off the corner.
16.509.
Just gotta hope we don't catch these lap cars out of the corner,
16.4.
or that I throw it onto the apron. Thankfully it rotated well and kind of stuck, but it was a bit risky. Just hope we weren't going to catch the lap car in the center of the corner. They're going high this time.
Outside.
Jim is quicker now.
Go high.
We gotta try to go quick.
16.629.
Otherwise we are going to get passed by both of them behind us. And it may not even do us any good. I didn't know if he was throwing it in or not. Oh, we nearly come together. I pinched a bit there.
16.58.
Oh, 11 car may have got the wall. Lots going on all at once.
16.6.
Holy fuck, I thought that guy was going high.
Still there. Outside clear.
Seven to go.
16.702.
Them getting side by side behind me helped a lot. Skiddy.
Outside clear.
Grip's coming back though on exit for now.
16.674.
Yeah, I think the 11 is quicker than both of us, but
single file. Closed, pit road is closed. Catch up,
making the
one
pass
start.
is very difficult. And I don't know if this is good or bad for me. But at worst, if I don't wreck, we're going to get 6th. We got a 5-lap sprint to the end. That got very scary. Car just rotated down though. I was trying to run the middle line because I thought he was going to dive it in, and he didn't. Then he got a little run through the center, and my car rotated down off the corner, and so he had to check up a little bit, which got the 11 to his outside, and then we pulled away while they were racing side by side, because you just not being able to open up your corner slows you down. And somehow we got a good start, and that was the worst restart pressure wise that we've had, but Jim's just looking really quick, and the 11's looking really quick. So James is in 8th. Hopefully we can just get these 5 laps done and over with.
Pit road is closed.
Safely. All right. I almost don't want to get too good of a start because I felt like I wasn't able to go as quick as I wanted to through 1 and 2. We know we have no shot against these 3, so I just need to like kind of hang back, still get a good start, but not be on their tank so that I can drive into the corner a little harder.
About to go green, stay focused.
I don't want to delay when I get on the gas. I just want to be further back from them once we get to that corner.
Green flag, green flag.
We got a terrible start. Thankfully, I felt it spinning up, backed off. It didn't rotate into the wall. Derek into the wall a bit. We just gotta fucking go for it here. Try to get as much distance as we can.
16.564. .476.
Gotta wait, center a corner a bit longer, I think.
2 left to go. 2 to go.
2 to go.
16.528.
Everything's still the same behind us. Oop, it swayed up to the wall. I think Josh got the wall as well.
You just got the white flag. That
Not going to
means
be a
one more
yellow,
lap to go.
so we just got to get it to the end.
16.591.
11 car clears Jim, but thankfully he's not going to have time to get us unless I really fuck it up here. P4 is the 4 car. I will take that after not driving this for a year or longer.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
But still,
Nice run. Solid work.
nothing for the top 3 like normal. Let's take a look. Oh, and James had no damage. But I'm guessing he had to go sliding. We were 97.97. A little more heat on the right front. Let's go take a look at what the big one was. Oh, 12 gets loose, catches the wall. James, was that James? And then, no. Where's James? Let's watch it from James. The wrecking. Oh, how he didn't lose his right front from that. And then everyone checking up behind. They, let's go with pit road exit. It would be easier if I just selected the camera, but let's watch this wreck from this view. Yeah, he just got high and then nowhere for anyone to go. They all start wadding it up. Ooh, 11 hits hard. Weren't far enough back. They kept on wrecking, and they're still wrecking into the corner. Let's go see what happened on this side. I didn't think the wreck made it this far. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. So, that was the big one. Oh, James almost got damaged there. Everyone else trying to get going. 16 on the gas. Just full throttling it after wrecking and causing even more of an issue. Could have just backed off and tried to save it. 15 getting out of the way, possibly. Spins on the pit road. James going for a pass. Guy on his outside gets loose. How does he not have damage? So that's why he was in the pits. 10 gets loose. Josh hit the wall. Derek get into him there. And that's it. So, may have missed a spin or two there. Didn't seem like that was enough cautions, but let's take a look at the results. 30 I rating gained, 0 safety rating. We did 0 incidents through that. And, yeah. We weren't fast, but we held our position, finished where we were supposed to. Hope you enjoyed that. Always fun to give these a go. Thanks for watching.